Hey there. We're going to continue learning about Snowpal's products and features. So if you haven't seen the previous video, definitely take a look at that. We went through all of these slides in the previous presentation, so I'm going to skip them. So let's start with learning a little bit more about our APIs. Now we have 6 APIs in production at this point, and that list is constantly growing. So let's take a look at each of them at a high level, right? The first API is our building blocks API. It has over 350 endpoints, and it can be used, and it is being currently used by several customers as a foundational API to build any solution. It is an industry agnostic API, so if you are building a solution for a pharmaceutical industry or a marketing industry or a hotel and restaurant industry, or it doesn't matter what it is, right? I'm just throwing out random examples. And if you're building web apps, mobile apps, or server-side solutions, it honestly does not matter. All that you have to do is get acclimated with our terminologies. It just takes a couple of hours, if that. And once you do that, you can map the terminologies between your problems and our solution, and then get going from there. By using that, you're going to save a ton of time and reduce your market significantly, and you can get your products to market a lot sooner than your competitors, right? So that's the first API. The next one is a content management API. So if you're building a content management solution or a solution that actually has content management needs in terms of managing content in a hierarchy, um, we separate multiple levels of hierarchy. If you want to link content, like add symbolic links, manage access by granting granular access control, adding favorites, getting notifications, and a lot of features, right? I don't want to go through that list here because there's a lot of it. You can definitely look at the content management API for those needs. And again, you start with one, and then you add the rest of the APIs to make it a more robust integration. But the way our APIs are built is you can either use them independently or collectively, right? They are just as easy to use them in both these design patterns and mechanisms. The third one is a project management API. Again, you can use that for project management needs. We use our APIs so they are thoroughly vetted, they're scalable, performant, and stable and extensible, and they've been in production for years. Our tools use our project management API much like they use the rest of our APIs. So if you want Kanban, scheduling, inherited access control, bulk actions, and everything, the typical features from a project management platform and atypical features as well, that's a place for you to start. The classroom API is the fourth one. It's meant primarily for the edtech industry. So if you're building solutions for teachers and professors and at universities and schools and whatnot, you want to start with that particular API. It actually has a lot of related features. You can collaborate with other teachers, add students into the mix, obviously, because you're going to manage classrooms. You can create custom grading scales, publish assessments, assign grades, publish grades, look at student performances in endpoints that return rich responses they can use to building charts, much like we've done on our platforms. So a lot of it related to the edtech industry, right? And you can compare student performances or a single student performance during the course of a semester. It's got all of these powerful and cool endpoints that you can leverage to improve your business. The next one is a status reporting API. Status reporting goes a whole lot beyond just knowing who did what, right? That's the starting point. But you want to know which team is performing better than other teams. Who in a given team is actually the best performer, so you can reward them when it comes to bonus time. Uh, who needs a bit of help? Who is blocked? Which of the teams is constantly blocked, so you can kind of give them more attention. You get answers to all of these really cool questions by using a status API. The last one currently, and again, this list is constantly evolving and growing, is our conversation API, which helps you, integrate in-app conversations and those features into your existing solutions, right? So if you want to add private conversations and group conversations, add support for read receipts, deleting, archiving, and leaving conversations, typically being able to support conversations as an in-app feature, that is the API that you want to start with. The rest of our APIs have hundreds of endpoints. This one is the simplest of the API. So it will take you literally no time to, obviously not onboarding, because it's easy to onboard onto any of these APIs. Even integrating this API is going to be a really, really quick solution. So certainly for your conversational needs, you want to check that one out. That's about it for this presentation. Thank you.